Okay, New York session done. These are the pairs I look at in New York session: gold, oil, US30, and NAS. I also looked at the New York Forex pairs, but didn't trade Forex today, so I'll get right into it. Took two trades on gold. Fake out day at the top, we broke out above the previous week high. We're faking out the previous day high. When you break out of a breakout high and you fake out a previous high, that's a breakout reversal. So I'm trading a breakout reversal setup on the weekly. I attempted this move in Asia, uh, did not see this in real time, and had nothing in London. Coming into the session, price was trapped at the top here, and it gave me a setup, a breakout reversal setup. All I had to do was wait until news played out and to see which direction price was going to go. News candle pushed price down, came back up. It already had triggered the previous H8 high, came up above the previous H8 high, and faked out the previous M15 high. And that's all I needed to enter. In New York, I trade aggressively, so one bar stop and targeting the previous day, the previous week high. So past couple of days, I've been attempting this move. I've been hoping that the previous week high would break. It never did, and so this time I thought, okay, I'll be a good boy and just target that area. Ended up taking about 3R there, full profit, and of course the market decides to break this time. But lucky for me, I have setups for every scenario, and so this becomes a breakout. It broke out below the previous H8 low and broke out below the previous day low. That's a breakout setup for me. What I do with breakout setups is color-coded red. I'm looking for a retracement sell after a previous M15 high fake out. So these white bars are fake out bars. Here's the bearish M15 fake out. This is what I'm waiting for to enter in a breakout. So in this case, had the M15 fake out right here, and below the previous day low and below the previous H8 low, entered on the bearish breakout bar over here and held on to it until at least the since it's a weekly setup, I'm holding it to the week breakout high, or probably this daily breakout level. Yeah, and so I'm just going to hold on to this and see how long it runs. Still full position on this. Going to take partials once it starts to reverse on me. Yeah, so those were two trades on gold. 3R here and continuing on here. It's about another 3R right now. Yeah, so two trades on gold. And then the next one I traded was NAS. NAS coming into this session, we had a breakout day, everything bullish. So I broke above the week breakout low. That turns all of this into a peak formation. We've broken above previous week high, faked out the previous month low, everything bullish, basically monthly, weekly, daily breakout levels, all bullish. So I'm looking for buys at the low of the day. But coming into the session, we were actually at the high of the day. So when we're at the week breakout level and previous week high, faking out the previous day high, what that is, again, is a breakout reversal setup. We have the breakout high, faking out a previous high, another breakout reversal setup on the weekly. And so I ended up taking that, triggered the H8 high right here. So this is 8:30 New York Stock Exchange open. That's when I start looking for trades on the indices. Came up, faked out the H8, previous H8 high, as well as the previous H1 high. And I entered again aggressively as price came back down below the previous day low, previous day high. I entered right below that previous day high line, and I held it all the way down to the this was a range at the time. So this was an inside bar. So the you extend the range, and so I held it on to there. So I took full profits there because the setup, everything was bullish. So the setup that I really wanted to take was the buy setup. I don't take partials in this sort of scenario. So I took full about 2R, and then I just waited until price faked out um, the previous H8 low at the low of the day. Yep. So once that happened, I entered again right here, tight stop again, and held it all the way up to the high of the day. And I took partials once it reached the top. So about 4.5R. Took partials on that, and now I'm trailing because right now you have a previous day high breakout and a previous H8 high breakout. Again, previous day high breakout, previous H8 high breakout. I'm in a breakout cycle on the daily right now. And so the TP for me with that is a M15 high reversal. I'm basically looking for an M15 bearish breakout bar to exit my position. Yeah, the other thing is this has just faked out the week breakout low. So this probably has some room to go. So I don't want to trail too tight. And so I'll be trying to hold on to this as long as I can. Yeah, so 2 more trades on NAS over here. And then I took 1 more trade on US30. US30, again, everything was bullish, but this one slightly different than NAS because it was coming into the session, we were below the week breakout low. So this has, it broke out over here. This is a breakout. And then when it triggers the previous day low, this is a breakout reversal coming back above the previous week low, this blue line here. And then this week it broke above the previous week high. So when you're below the breakout low and your breakout above a previous high, you're in a counter trend breakout. Counter trend breakouts almost always end up getting to the week breakout level. And so once it does that, I'm either trading from the counter trend breakout, I'm either going to trade a false breakout back to the upside, or it'll turn back into a breakout continuation. Because we were coming from a weak breakout low, the better trade would be to go up because I always look to trade from a low fake out to go up and a high fake out to go down. Those are usually at the swing point levels. So you could see on US30 here, the last bearish breakout bar is right here. And then yesterday broke out above that. So this whole bit here is possibly a peak formation. And because of that, I had the idea to take a long setup, a buy setup. And so coming into the session, 8:30 p.m., I was busy with NAS, so I didn't really look at this. But eventually I did see this trigger the previous H1 low over here. But I preferred seeing a H8 trigger, and that's why I have an alert here. It never came down, so I didn't enter on the H1 low. But as it came back up, I took a breakout setup, previous H8 high, breakout of a previous day high. That's a breakout for me, and I just took straight on the 2-minute, which is the first bar that closed above, and that was it. So looked at this fake out bar and then broke above the H1 and the M15. And now I'm just holding it. I'm still in full position here. 7R already. I'm going to be trailing these 15-minute bars. And again, the TP for breakouts is a bearish breakout reversal. For breakouts, I always do 1-bar stops. Breakouts are super risky because most breakouts actually fail. So it might sound counterintuitive to have a tight stop and a risky stop on a breakout, but for me, since most breakouts fail, If I lose this one, I just lose 1 hour. But if it does end up breaking out and staying out, I pick up a lot. So this one's already at 9 hour, and I'm just gonna continue holding on to this. And I'll be taking partials soon, probably because I'm gonna get ready for bed, and I'll just leave it, see where it goes in the morning. So those are my trades. Two on NAS, one down, one up, and holding on to the runners now. I took partials on this already. Took gold one down, and then the breakout setup down again, holding on to this. Took full position on this first one, and I still have full position on this move, and I take the breakout setup on US30. Full position on this. That's it. And oil, I didn't see anything, but I did see that the H8 breakout level was right here, and price was just stuck between the daily open as well as that level. So I did expect some sort of breakout today, but I was not watching the market when it faked out the previous H8 high. That was a great trade, back down to previous day low. Um, did not see anything in New York. Lots of good movement, but it's not a setup that I would take. Um, Inside day, yeah. I don't really have any strong setups on inside days besides reversals. So yeah, that's it. So we shall see. I'll go to bed and see where we are tomorrow.